Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. So today I'm going to talk about the suspended and banned announcement. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of taken back by the announcement and kind of what happened. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive into that and kind of how I feel like it changes the metagame and what we can expect to see a little bit more of and a little bit less of at Worlds. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the video, guys. Okay, so first off is CC. Honestly, this is the biggest surprise for me. Now, I think part of the lack of surprise in the other in Blitz and in Ultimate Pit Fight is one. Honestly, I don't really care about Ultimate Pit Fight. They could just ban everything for all I care and not make it a format. And then Blitz, I don't really have a ton of knowledge about. Like I play it when it comes to skirmish season, but that's about it. So in CC, they banned Pulse of Eisenloft. And they talk, like, the article talks a little bit about why they banned Pulse, and they go on to talk about that they banned it because they felt like that we had a healthy metagame, but that Oldhim was winning too much. And so that getting rid of Pulse of Eisenloft would just give Oldhim a little bit less points into each matchup. So I think that on a very surface level, LSS's statement is correct. I'm going to be honest, I don't really entirely agree with the whole like it's going to take away some points. The only thing taking away Pulse does is you're taking away a defense reaction that really gets played, and you're making it harder to fuse. Oakenold, and you're making it to where Pulse just doesn't give you both sides of the reaction. Now that is very good, but I feel like the percentages of that wins you games is probably not that high. So I like what they're going for here, but I don't know. This just kind of feels like they didn't really want to do too much to the metagame going into Worlds. So I still think Oldham's going to see a lot of play at Worlds. And I'm, honestly, like, I don't think this will shake up the meta that much if you want the truth. I think everybody will probably continue to play what they're going to play. I honestly felt like that this B&R announcement was going to be a good time for them to get rid of Belittle, and also to get rid of Crown of Seeds. That's the direction I thought they were going to go. They didn't know. I saw a tweet that said we should just get rid of Tunic, and that way you're solving your Belittle and Crown of Seeds problem all at the same time. I think that was a little a little bit overkill in my opinion, but I don't know. Like getting rid of Belittle and Crown of Seeds, I think solves a lot of your problems because I think the fact that Oldhim can transition into just blocking every turn if they need to is what makes Oldhim so good. Because if not, they're just basically playing like a different Bravo deck. So I don't know. I don't know. This change kind of feels like they wanted to do something, and like this says to me LSS couldn't do nothing. That they felt like they couldn't do it, that they had to do something here, but they didn't really want to do anything to mess up the metagame. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. I'm trying not to be too judgmental too early, but I don't know. It feels a little on the lacking side in my opinion. And now we're going to kind of talk about Blitz a little bit. Bloodsheath Skeleton is banned. Mask of the Pouncing Link is banned. Storm Striders is suspended until the next B&R announcement, and Sonata Arcanix moves from suspended to legal. So they're getting rid of Skeleton but giving you Sonata. I'm going to be honest with Viserai being out of the format. I don't know enough about Blitz to really make an opinion on why this is a good or bad idea to get rid of Bloodsheath Celica, but it feels kind of like it just seems weird to me. Mask of the Pouncing Link seems like not a bad decision, because if your opponent is deciding to just like not block and letting you have a big turn, Mask of the Pouncing Links can really make a Phi deck just too good. I've had the opinion for a couple weeks that a Plunder run Phi list is going to do really well in Blitz, but I haven't really seen that list put together. I don't really care enough about Blitz to work on that or put that together, but I do think that'll be very interesting. Storm Striders getting suspended is also very interesting. Icelander's a very top tier deck in Blitz, and I'm excited to see them make this move because I feel like this is strictly to dampen the Icelander deck. Also hurts Kano a little bit, but I think it's more to dampen the Icelander deck. And so they kind of talk about some of the things they did here. Mask is just basically like card advantage and powerful. Bloodsheath Skeletons, but they're basically saying that like the floor is making something cost a lot less. And I mean, popping Vexing Quillhand, into Bloodshea Skeleton is the floor there, and they kind of go into depth here a little bit about why they're getting rid of Stormstriders, and I think it's a little bit interesting. And then they banned, like, when we talk about UPF, they banned Yorick. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about this format. Like, if you play this format, good for you. I'm happy you found something you like, but I don't know anything about this format or what Yorick even does, if you want the truth. So I'm not really going to talk about that. And then they go on to talk about young heroes, which I think is really interesting. They go on to talk about how you can no longer... They basically just saying that you can't play young heroes in CC. And they're saying that because young heroes, like Prism, are acquiring living legend points. They're like, the young heroes are getting LL points when they shouldn't be, because of the way the LL point system is set up. So I think this was an interesting change because, there's a lot of memes going around about the whole Young Prism thing and 27 defense reactions and yada, yada, yada. But I think this is more just to keep everything in check. Yeah, like classic constructed adult heroes only, Blitz young heroes only. So I don't know. I don't like or dislike this change. I've always thought it was interesting that, if you wanted to play a young hero in CC, good for you, man. Like, cool. Like, more power to you. But, the CC changes just feel a little lackluster to me. But again, I'm trying not to be judgmental. I'm trying to just, let things unfold and see how Worlds turns out. Maybe a breakout deck turns out because of this. And, Oldhim isn't winning what? Let's see, 5, 10, 11. It won 11 national championships. I don't think that's bad. So Briar was next behind it at 7. So I don't know. Interesting take, but we'll see what happens. If you guys have opinions on the banned and restricted announcement, I'd love to hear them. I'd love to debate it. If you guys are up for arguing, leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear any takes or anything I might have missed or anything that you think I'm just wrong about. But if not, thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.